You can probably hear the sound of cars on Interstate 85 heading north and south here in Durham. I'm on the campus of St. Luke's Church, and we're in front of the Elizabeth Gray building where Christian formation happens in this congregation. We're waiting for somebody to come tell us about this conference, and I'm looking everywhere. I don't see anybody coming out of Ashes. I was hoping we could get Ashes to tell us about this conference that's coming up on Christian formation at Kanuga, and all of that information is going to be included with this edition of Please Know It. I was hoping to get an interview. I don't think that's going to work. That's really creative, and this is about creative ministry that helps to form people as followers and disciples of Jesus. Good to be with you. Oh, yeah. Good. Well, we found it. St. Paul talks about being clothed in Christ and all that, but I mean, I need something to tell them what a discipleship looks like. Oh. I really had expected a more smooth rolling commercial. Well, that's a surplus. That's the old style surplus. Beautiful. It's really quite Anglican. That's more Superman. Okay. Yes, Ashes. Right. Lay down your sword and shield down by the riverside, I guess. Yes, I guess that's something about making followers of Jesus. Yes. Not quite. I mean, in some ways, followers of Jesus are people who follow Jesus into the world to be his hands and his feet, his life. They're on apostolic mission to go forth, but I don't think they wear their vestments like that. Actually, it's interesting, but that's interesting. That's a good start. That's a good start. Something that shows what disciples of Jesus do. They don't sit in the pew. They go out into the world. They do things. They make a difference. Well, and if they're Episcopalian, they're going to get vested, I suppose. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, so, I don't know how this is going to entice people to want to come to this formation conference at Kanuga, information of which is included with this edition of Please Know. Okay, well, wait a minute for Ashes. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Holy cow. Ashes. Let me let you in on a secret. Ashes the Clown is really the Reverend Joe Hensley, the associate here at St. Luke's. The way that landed, that was the Reverend Joe Hensley. Well, this is part of a whole ministry and clowning and theology. Tell us about it.
So, first of all, I am not a great clown, but I enjoy fooling around, and so I call this the ministry of foolishness, which is maybe a little different than clown ministry that some people are used to, where people go into hospitals dressed up in clowns and things, which is wonderful. What I'm going to be doing a workshop on at the upcoming Holy Mischief Conference at Kanuga is something called Faith, Formation, and Foolishness. And the idea being that Christians, really, it's kind of a foolish endeavor. I mean, following Jesus was never a smart idea.
That's right.
And when Paul says, we are fools for Christ, he's not talking about putting on red noses and funny suspenders. I dress up like a clown much in the same way that I dress up like a priest. Not because I'm funnier than anyone else, or because as a priest I'm holier than anyone else. I stand as priest to remind people that we're all priests, the priesthood of all believers. And I wear the clown to remind us that we're all fools, and more to remind us that we can all fall down and we can all get back up. We can transform failure into joy and laughter. We have to be willing to be humble. But can we be humble in ways that are creative and fun and are about discovery. So you notice when I came out the door as the clown, I mean, any smart person would have seen that there's a stopper that you could put down. But the clown doesn't go for the smart option. The clown discovers what else is a possibility. What else can you do? And sometimes that means taking off your shoe, which isn't the smartest idea either, but it's more fun, right? It's more about discovering what's possible. And so I think as the church, we spend a lot of time trying to do what's smart. And maybe it's time for us also once in a while to kind of put on that clown nose in spirit and do what's foolish. And maybe we'll discover some new possibilities. Maybe we'll discover some new ways of forming disciples of Christ. I hope that some folks from our diocese will come and join us at Kanuga, June 10th through the 14th.
Well, Ashes is going to be there, and you want to be there too. Joe, thank you.
Thank you.
And thank Ashes when you see it.
I will.
God bless you, and keep the faith.